Zamora is a city in Castile and León, Spain, the capital of the province of Zamora. It lies on a rocky hill in the northwest, near the frontier with Portugal and crossed by the Duero River, which is some 50 kilometers downstream as it reaches the Portuguese border. With its 24 characteristic Romanesque-style churches of the 12th and 13th centuries, it has been called a museum of Romanesque art. Zamora is the city with the most Romanesque churches in all of Europe. The most important celebration in Zamora is the Holy Week. History. After the Roman victory over the Lusitanian hero Viriathus, the settlement was named by the Romans Oxellum Durii or Ocellodurum. During Roman rule it was in the hands of the Vaci and was incorporated into the Roman province of Hispania Tarraconensis. It was on the road from Emerita to Asturica Augusta. Two coins from the reign of the Visigothic king Sisbuto show that it was known at the time as Zamora. During the period of Moorish rule, the settlement became known by the names of Zamora or as Amur. After the establishment of the Christian kingdom of Asturias, the settlement became a strategic frontier post and was the scene of many fierce military engagements between the Muslims and Christians. Control of the town shifted between the two sides a number of times from the early 8th century to the late 10th century. During this period it became heavily fortified. The most notable historic episode in Zamora was the assassination outside the city walls of the King Sancho II of Castile in 1072. Some decades before, King Ferdinand I of Leon had divided his kingdoms between his three sons. To his daughter, Doña he had bequeathed the well-fortified city of Zamora. All three sons warred among themselves, till the ultimate winner, Sancho, was left victorious. Zamora, under his sister who was allied with Leonese nobles, resisted. Sancho II of Castile, assisted by El Cid, laid siege to Zamora. King Sancho II was murdered by a duplicitous noble of Zamora, Belido Dolfos, who tricked the king into a private meeting. After the death of Sancho, Castile reverted to his deposed brother Alfonso VI of Leon. The event was commemorated by the Portillo de la Traición. Zamora was also the scene of fierce fighting in the 15th century. During the conflict between the supporters of Isabella the Catholic and Juana la Beltraneja, the Spanish proverb, no se ganó Zamora en una hora, literally, Zamora wasn't won in an hour, is a reference to these battles. It is the Spanish equivalent of the English proverb, Rome wasn't built in a day. During the 12th century, the city was extraordinarily important for its strategic position in the wars between the Kingdom of Leon and the Almoravids and Almohads. As a result, the city preserves many churches and buildings from that time. In the 1140s and 1150s it was ruled by Prince Ponce Geraldo de Cabrera, who has a street named after him in the city today. In the next centuries, the city lost its political and economic relevance and suffered emigration, especially to South America. Henry IV granted Zamora the epithet of most noble and most loyal city. During the Spanish Civil War, Zamora was from the start of the military rebellion a nationalist-held city. The savagery of the repression against leftists and liberals is captured in Ramón Senda Barraon's A Death in Zamora, which tells of the extrajudicial murder of his mother Amparo Barraón, the wife of the famous novelist Ramón Senda. Main sites of Zamora include Cathedral in Romanesque style, dating to the 12th century, taking only 23 years to build. Medieval castle, Palacio de los Condes de Alba-Guayaliste, built in 1459 by the first Count of Alba-Guayaliste. It boasts a patio and staircase decorated with carvings by artists from Lombardy. Calbalboras, Church of San Pedro y San Ildefonso, built from the 11th century, probably over a Visigothic temple. It was reformed in Romanesque style in the 12th–13th centuries, but was much renovated in the 15th and 18th centuries. It has presently a single nave with cross vaults. Church of Santa Maria Magdalena. The southern facade is in Romanesque style, dating back to the 13th century. Church of San Isidoro. It has one nave, having a square major chapel. The exterior features two ogival arcades with archivolts. Church of San Claudio de Olivares, known from the 12th century. Of small size, it has a single nave with a presbytery in a semicircular apse. The columns of the nave have carvings. Church of San Juan de Puerto Nueva. Church of Santa Maria la Nueva. Church of Santiago de los Caballeros, located outside the city walls. El Cid was created knight here. Church of Santiago el Burgo. City walls, three-walled enclosures dating back to the 11th, 12th and 13th centuries. Museo de Semana Santa de Zamora, opposite the Church of Santa Maria la Nueva, dedicated to Semana Santa de Zamora, the processions during which are celebrated with particular ceremony in Zamora. The museum holds a large collection of passos, the figures which are carried in procession through the streets by various cofradioses or brotherhoods. See Holy Week in Zamora. Surroundings are Sania's Church, Iniesta Church. The Church of San Pedro de la Nave was founded in the 7th century, rebuilt in the 12th century, and is one of the three best preserved Visigothic churches in all of Spain. It was moved stone by stone and then re-erected, owing to the construction of a reservoir on its original site. Transportation. The city is served by the Zamora railway station, located on one of the Spanish north-northwestern high-speed lines. Climate. Zamora has a cold semi-arid climate, with cool winters and hot summers. Precipitation is mainly recorded in the two seasons, spring and autumn, with summer characterized by droughts. The highest temperature ever recorded is 41.0 degrees Celsius on the 24th of July 1995, while the minimum stood at minus 13.4 degrees Celsius on the 16th of January 1945. Fog occurring frequently over the winter period, are often lasting for days, has tended to lower the average temperature. Notable locals. Leopoldo Alas, also known as Claren, was a Spanish novelist born in Zamora. A street in Zamora is named after him. Angel Nieto, multi-time Grand Prix motorcycle road racing world champion. He is considered a national hero in his Spanish homeland. The local sports center is named after him. Some sources mistakenly refer to him as being born in Madrid. Agustín Remesel, journalist working as a TVE correspondent. Also writer. Ramon Alvarez, born in Zamora, author of many of the figures or passos carried through its streets during the Holy Week. Emiliano Merchant, multi-time world champion in canoeing. Carlos Lamas, national radio news presenter, died the 10th of October 2007. Food specialties in Zamora include the pulses, the chickpeas or garbanzos from Fuentes or Co, the exquisite cheese made from sheep's milk, honey from Sanabria, asparagus from Garina, peppers from Benavente, steak from Aliste, mushrooms, game, cold meats, cakes and sweets. Other specialties of the rice dishes from Zamora and the Toro wines. Traditional dishes include bacalhau a la tranca, pulpo a la sanabresa, dos y pingada and preso de ternera. For dessert there is the rebojo zamorano, a very tasty though hard type of bun, and las natillas almendradas. Sister cities. Braganca, Portugal. Oviedo, Spain, since 2001. Yaratagua, Venezuela. Altagracia de Orochuco, Venezuela. Citations